Happy Wednesday, or Valentine's Day, or Single Awareness Day, whatever you celebrate. It's your girl, Lady Pelvic, and every Valentine's Day I like to do a little interactive thing with you guys, stating some sort of lovey-dovey theme. And this year's theme is, I told you guys to pick 2 video game characters that you guys would pit me up against and choose which to date. So that's what we're doing today. I got some really good ones, and I got some interesting ones. So let's get started. And we're just gonna start off with a tough one. Alvis or Jin from Ben Plasmacuno. This is a tough one because I really like both. I think I would have to go with Jin from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. A little spoilers. He seems to be a little bit more romantic, until he gets angry and corrupted a little bit. But it's okay because I like my men a little crazy. Whereas Alvis, Xenoblade Chronicles spoilers, he's just a program, a computer, an overseer essentially. And that seems kind of like not as fun as Jin. Brian says Zidane from Final Fantasy IX or Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia. Zidane, no contest. Lloyd is adorable, but he's way too goody-goody for me. Zidane is like kind of a pervert and flirtatious. He's just fun, he's not afraid to just he's up for a little challenge. I like Zidane. I just like his kind of goofy, forward personality. So yeah, Garnet can fuck right off. Callow Guru. Edgar or Sabin? Easy, Edgar, no contest. I guess we're seeing a little theme here with pervy, flirtatious men. Although I'd really say he's more flirtatious, calling people darling and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh. I don't know, I kind of find it attractive if I could flirt with a guy and the guy could flirt back, so that's pretty awesome. Plus, he's like a selfless king. I really do like what he did for his brother. Just kind of take the boring kingly responsibilities for him so Sabin can run off free. Plus, Sabin's a meathead. I can't stand Sabin. As a person, in battle, he's great. But as a person, the fact that he dived into the river while fighting Ultros, a water-based creature, you don't fight a water-based creature in the water, you're going to lose, you're going to drown, but whatever. Muscles with no brains, not attractive. Oh my god, this one. Daimyo asks, Dr. Eggman or Dr. Wily? So, bald or less bald? For this one, surprisingly, I'm going to have to go full bald. I vaguely remember Mega Man and Dr. Wily. I remember I watched it in the series. I remember I played the games. Which game? Don't ask. I really don't remember. But I'm going to go with Eggman because familiarity, and I like the idea of making animals into robots. Robots over animals any day. I'm not an animal lover, so. Danielle, Persona 4 protagonist or Persona 5 protagonist? Persona 5 protagonist easily because he had a personality. He was suave, he was cocky, he had something going for him. Whereas Persona 4's protagonist was bland as an unwritten book. He had no personality. It was just whatever you answered, whatever personality you wanted him to have, he had. And Persona 5 protagonist is hotter. Plus, how cool would that be? I'm dating the leader of the Phantom Thieves. Although, I can find it equally worrisome because if my baby doesn't return to me, I'll get so scared. Drew. Jowie or 9S? That's a dick choice. That's a dick move. That was a dick move, Drew. It was super dick. God, because I love them so damn much. Okay. Let me explain. 9S is adorable. He's polite. He's respecting. He's respectable. He respects. Put some respect on it. He calls 2B ma'am, and it's so cute. He's adorable. He's a precious little cinnamon bun who must be protected. But then we have Jowie, who takes his destiny into his own hands and makes terrible decisions in the name of peace and shoulders these burdens essentially alone. And at the end, depending on what ending you get of Suikoden 2, he's just still a good man at the end of that. And I love that. Jowie has such aspiration and a huge heart, and I think I would be happier with 9S, but I'm infinitely more attracted to Jowie. So that's my answer, you son of a bitch. Oh, that was so difficult. Gym leader Ryan, Phoenix Wright or Miles Edgeworth? This would have been a more difficult decision if Phoenix Wright didn't have a kid. If someone already has a child, that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. But for me personally, I don't want to be a step parent. I want to be a parent. If I was already a parent and I met someone with their own child, I feel like I'd be better. I'm in no position to have a child. I'm a child myself. But like Edgeworth, even though he seems kind of like a prude outside of the courtroom, I feel like if you addressed him with like romantic feelings, he wouldn't know what to do and he'd get all bashful about it. He just wouldn't know how to handle it. And I love when guys get embarrassed or they become bashful and shy. Oh, shy boys, I love you. Harrison, Goro or Yusuke? Why do you guys give me these really tough ones? I love Goro Akechi and I love Yusuke. I will go with Yusuke. By all means, I love Goro Akechi. I grew to love him so much. But Yusuke and I would be a better fit. We both draw, we're both kind of weird, and he's like that right level of weird, you know what I mean? He could paint me naked, I could draw him naked. It'd be a fun time. Spoilers for Persona 5, I also feel like I wouldn't have to worry about Yusuke shooting me in the face. Which is pretty nice. This is a really good one. Interior crocodile alligator. Riku or Terra? The traitor or the begrudging traitor? I would definitely say Riku. I like Riku kind of got the handle of light and darkness. I love it when a man can resonate with the darker aspects of himself and not be in denial about it. You know, I like ownership. Terra was way too fucking gullible. He was so busy like evading the darkness that he dived headfirst into it. You know, again, have the darkness and just own it. Another thing, Riku has silver hair, loves silver-haired men. Although, Terra did fix that problem. I don't think Riku, like, aged very well. I remember when I was younger, I was madly in love with Kid Riku. Looking at, like, his bangs, he needs to cut his fucking bangs. And even after he cut his bangs, I just didn't care. I would still choose Riku because personality. Although I will say Terra with silver hair is more attractive than adult Riku. But adult Riku is still, overall, more attractive than Terra. This is another good one. Moira Lauren, Link from Breath of the Wild or Link from Skyward Sword? I like this one because it's my least favorite variations of Link. I don't like Link in Skyward Sword. I don't like that they darkened his lips. I don't like his eyes. I don't like his hair color. It's like a dirty blonde rather than like a blonde. It's like a few shades too dark. Very superficial reasons. And then Breath of the Wild Link, I'm not attracted to in the slightest. Why? Way too feminine, way too scrawny. Like, Link to me was Ocarina of Time Link. That is like the apex of Links. You know, in Breath of the Wild when Link like does a pose, there's like no muscle there. I was like, oh, you are just not doing it for me, kid. It's either Ocarina of Time or Twilight Princess Link. Nothing else does it for me. I have no problem with effeminate men, but Link needs to be manly. That's not to say I didn't enjoy Breath of the Wild's like Gerudo bits where he dressed up as a woman. That was funny, that was charming. Very awkward lady boner there. I digress. I give it to Skyward Sword because he looks more masculine than Breath of the Wild Link. Stefan Raphael, Ganondorf or Xehanort? So this question applies to both of these characters. Which one? I'm going to answer for you and go with Ocarina of Time Ganondorf and the real original Xehanort. I would go with Ganondorf because he has the Triforce of Power. If I had a Triforce, it would definitely be power. Xehanort is simply not trustworthy, at least less trustworthy than Ganondorf. I want to be myself instead of a clone of Xehanort. Stevie! Sonic the Hedgehog or Gex the motherfucking Gecko? Yeah, thanks for that. And I will be choosing a gecko rather than a hedgehog because I like creepy crawlies, scalies, reptiles, amphibians more than I do mammals. Tattoo Tim. Jowie versus Rio. Of fucking course someone would. Specifically you would, and I would choose Jowie. Rio seems like typical male protagonist. You are forced to choose righteous and virtuous choices for the most part. Jowie has that ruthless ambition, which is like the key to my heart. And I love a man that goes the evil route, but they came back and he was stronger for it. You know, it doesn't overwrite his misdeeds, but he's definitely more of a man now than he ever was. Misha1302, the hunter protagonist from Bloodborne versus Dragonborn from Skyrim. That's a good one, but disclaimer, I haven't played Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, none of that, but I did a little research. I would have to say the hunter just because he looks more mysterious. You know, women, including myself, love a guy with a little mystery. You know, it's like, ooh, I want to know what you're about. Like, oh my God, I know so little about you. The problem is when we pursue said guy and then we find out what he is and not what we fantasized him to be, he becomes significantly less interesting. Sorry, gentlemen. But it is what it is. His aesthetic appeals to me more. He looks like he can handle his own shit, so I like that. But yeah, Dovahkiin, he looks like a generic barbarian, someone I would never talk to. But see, this is where us ladies fuck up. He looks generic, but he literally swallows the souls of dragons and gains their power. Yet I would still choose the hunter. This one's a cheat one because it's an anime, but I don't care. I'm currently obsessed with this anime. So Donald Garrett asked, Rio or Akira from Devilman? I'm gonna say Crybaby because the original Devilman I'm actually currently watching. But you know what? It's probably still the same answer. Rio Asuka. I love him so much. Probably shouldn't because Rio, spoiler alert, is literally Satan. You probably shouldn't date Satan, but goddamn, I love him so much. He's a psychopath and nothing good can ever come out of dating him, but goddamn, I love him so much. I love Griffith from Berserk, so it's only to be expected I would love Rio. And while Akira is obviously the better choice, I even love Akira. He's too much of a crybaby, way too sympathetic, way too empathetic for my liking. So yeah, Rio, our date would be us going to a Sabbath party and he'd make me into a demon. It'd be great. But you know what's better than me and Rio? Rio and Akira. So that wraps up my Valentine's Day special. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comment section below what video game characters you would want to date, and sure, throw in some anime ones. That being said, the comment section is yours. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Top box is my top 5 list, and the bottom box is my Let's Play channel. We finally found our first dead body in Danganronpa. Yay! I mean, oh no. Hope you check it out. Let's be honest, this is me.